Alright, within 2 days, if this video gets to 20,000 views, I will skate this board, okay? What's going on, everybody? It's Connor from ConnorTV, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to go down and click that subscribe button, because why not, okay? When's the last time you subscribed to somebody? Exactly, that's my point, so subscribe. But today, I'm talking about all of my skateboards that I have. Now, this one right here, this is my first skateboard that I've ever got. This was just some blind board. I got a picture of me with some like buck teeth and kind of look like coconut head. But yeah, that's when I got this board. And what I ended up doing to it, I ended up doing like a speech thing about how skateboarding is not a crime. Just because you skateboard doesn't mean, oh, you're a bad person. And I got Fairey, the guy who does the obey stuff. He ended up getting to sign this board, which is actually really, really cool. But yeah, so that was my first board that I ever had. This is probably like a 7.5, so this is a really, really small deck. So this next board, this we ended up getting at this one skate park that had a grand opening, and Tony Hawk was actually there. So Dad bought this board, and he pretty much fangirled over Tony Hawk. Because he was chasing him all over the place, and he was just trying to skate and do his thing, but Dad wanted to get this board signed. Which he didn't get the board signed that day, so there was a time where he ended up going to this skate park called Riley Skate Park and brought this board, and Tony Hawk was there, skating there, and then he finally got this thing signed. But yeah, this is Dad's board right here. It's a birdhouse deck, Tony Hawk signed. So this board right here, finally we're starting to get into some hypebeast boards. This one right here is a Supreme deck. I ended up buying this, and the more I thought about it, I really wasn't that fond of this. So I am gonna end up selling this board. It's up on eBay actually right now. If you guys wanna go check it out, my link is in the bio. It's an alright deck. I think it's like a 8.5, so I mean it's a little big. On the flip side of it, we have the world famous Supreme with a tiny little BOGO right there. I'm pretty sure like most Supreme decks have that. So this next board right here, we ended up getting in, oh my gosh. This thing is memories. This thing is pretty old. Probably been like 7 or 8 years since I got this thing. This board I ended up getting in Venice Beach. I barely skated, like I'm not gonna lie, I barely skated, but we bought this. Boy! It was really weird at the time. I think I had orange grip tape on it. It had like yellow trucks and green wheels. I didn't know what I was doing. But anyways, this is a pretty sweet board. It's the Element. I used to be really big into Element, Baker, and Blind. Those are like my favorite skate brands. Another thing along with this board is we got the band Escape the Fate to sign it, which those signatures are kind of hard to see, but they're there. And also on the back of this, I wish I could show you the grip tape, but there's a bad word spray painted on it because I was young and I was wild. So I spray painted a bad word on it. And Dad loved it.
Dad wasn't too happy about that day, was he?
And that's why he grounded me. Alright, now for all you hypebeasts out there, I was hyped when I got this thing. Bape ended up releasing this probably about 2 weeks ago, I want to say. This board was kind of weird. So when these ended up dropping, what ended up happening, they dropped everything else, and then 5 minutes after the drop, then they released the skate decks, which was kind of weird, but I managed to get in. Dad, on the other hand, Dad, where's your board?
I did get something from that.
He got something, but it wasn't.
What did I get? Did I get anything? I didn't. No, I struck out.
No, it was a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, that sucks.
Jesus, Jones.
I think this thing's going for about $1,000 now. I'm gonna have to keep this board. A bathing ape comes with a little sticker in there. I love these stickers inside the boards because you can like move them around and stuff. All-time favorite board, definitely gonna end up hanging this one. I don't know how I'm gonna hang it because I want to keep the wrap on it. So smooth. I love the nice board. This next board that I got, this is actually kind of cool. I really like this board. I wasn't too fond of it at first because I really didn't know about Scarface at the time.
Say hello to my little friend!
This is a Scarface shower scene Supreme board. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Scarface, but this scene right here is a little graphic. We have the inspirational quote. I really haven't had the time to read that yet, but I'm not going to either. This deck is an 8.6. That's a big board. That's like really wide for whatever the reason. Dad ended up copping something with this that released the same day. Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that.
This one right here. I thought this was a lot cooler than this other one, but then when we ended up getting it, I was like, maybe he is right. I mean, this is a pretty sick board. This is the Silhouette. I think it was called the Silhouette board. It has the nice red Supreme right across it. It has the same inspirational quote on the back. Now this board is an 8.1, and you're over here telling me that this...
Yeah, they had, that was a smaller one. That was a larger one.
I guess.
You don't have choices on size for a Supreme guy.
I think you do.
Nope.
This next board, we didn't know what we had at the time until we looked it up. So this board right here, you can tell by the little string, this one's a hanger, and it's by Supreme. Now, my 15th birthday, I ended up getting this deck, and I didn't know what I had, and I was probably about yay close to skating this board. This right here is a Bruce Lee Supreme deck. This thing is actually really sick, and I didn't know it at the time, but right now I think it's going on the internet for about $800. You got the little BOGO right there down by your bottom trucks. And this board is just so sick. Love this thing. Always will be hanging this thing up along with that Bape board. But this next one is even better than this board. Here we go. Before I pull this thing up, I just want to tell you guys that no, this is not authentic, okay? The retail value on it is, I think, $75,000 for a skateboard. That's pretty ridiculous. But this right here is the Supreme Louis Vuitton deck. Now, this would value at that much, but unfortunately, this is not an authentic Supreme Louis Vuitton deck. This is a custom board. My dad did a pretty dang good job on it. We ended up getting the mini bike wrapped with Supreme Louis Vuitton print, which if you guys want to see that, it'll be down in the description too. But yeah, my dad ended up surprising me for this for my birthday, which was pretty sick. I love this board. Alright, within 2 days, if this video gets to 20,000 views, I will skate this board, okay? So if you guys really want to see me skate this, you gotta share, okay? Share this video, tell your friends, at people, I don't even know, just post it on your story on Snapchat or something, but boom, and I will skate this board. I swear on everything, okay? It's recorded, it's live, so that means... This next board, this doesn't just have the value that it has, but it also has some sentimental kind of value stuff to it. This guy by the name of Stacy Peralta, you guys might know him, he's a famous skateboarder, but this board right here, I ended up getting it personally from him. My dad is in advertising and Stacy Peralta is a director, so we ended up getting this board straight from him, and we got the signature. It says, "To Connor from Stacy Peralta." This board, yeah, it's not your normal skateboard. This is a cruiser board. It's a Powell board. Got a scratch in it, and I don't know how I got a scratch in it, but I don't think I ever skated this thing. I don't think. Now this next board right here, this thing is going probably about for $850 right now on the internet. This board is another hanger pretty much. This board was actually screen printed and handmade by Jim Muir. We got Sheckler, Fairey, the photographer, and Jim Muir on there. So yeah, this board is definitely dope. This is number 2. I got number 38 out of 90. But yeah, check that out. I feel like you could surf on this board or something. This board, I absolutely love the graphic on it. This is made by Premier. They ended up doing a whole series of like clothing and shoes and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, it's called Petoskey Premier Skateboard. So this board is also numbered right here. It's 41 out of 50. Now Premier, I think they have a store in Grand Rapids or something like that. But yeah, I love Premier, always will. I did end up copping the shoes that came with this board. Now these shoes, on the very back of them, they have this 3M Petoskey print that pops up when you shine a light on it, which is super dope, that matches the board. These are actually Dad's. Now, the difference between mine and Dad's, Dad ended up not getting the Premier kind, if that makes any sense. He ended up getting the Nike SB kind. I guess there's a difference. They had a Nike SB Petoskey and then a Premier Petoskey.
It was just on the tongue.
It was literally just the tongue and in the insoles. But same shoe other than that. Love these. Still have my pair. Absolutely love this thing. That's why it's a hanger. So this board right here is another Premier deck. And it's number 52 out of 150. This board is dope. I just want to start off by saying that most Premier decks, like, Premier has an amazing style. It was Art Prize and Premier who did this collab. Now these guys do a huge art show in the whole city of Grand Rapids, which that's exactly what this is. It's a big map of Grand Rapids. Again, so nice that I couldn't even skate it. Alright, so this next deck right here, this thing is fire in my opinion. I don't know what this is made out of right here, but this is the lightest board ever. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the brand Shinola. It's a brand originated in Detroit, and it's also signed by a skateboarder named Nodis Kopis. I really don't know too much about him, but he signed this board right here, and I guess he's a huge famous skateboarder. I got number 73 out of 100. This board goes for $100 retail. Resale, I really don't know how much this thing's going for. How much do you think, Dad?
Yeah, probably about $500 to $600, I think.
$500 to $600. But one more thing before I go on to the next board. Shinola is a watch company, not a skateboard company, which is actually pretty cool how they ended up making this board. On to the next board.
Jeez, really?
Now, this next skateboard right here, this is actually really special because this is one of one. Ryan Sheckler ended up winning the X Games. He was in a Ford commercial. This right here was a Ryan Sheckler signed X Games Austin 2014 board. I want to say maybe it's made by Ford. I don't really know. The curves in this thing are extremely weird. It's like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a fish, like a big salmon or something. But yeah, that is all of my decks. This was a $100,000 skateboard collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, share this to your friends if you want to see me skate that Supreme Vuitton deck. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Connor. Deuces!